So a little change of format here. Let me remove this. All right. So normally we'd be doing Hangout, but I don't have a lot of comics to show. Don't have a lot of stuff to show. I've been doing a lot of reading actually. But this year I do want to make it a point to start doing more in the vinyl community because, as you guys know, I collect records. I love music, and there's a huge vinyl community here on YouTube. So I'm wanting to start dabbling in a little bit of that. So yeah. So I know that they're doing a thing. I did a thing last year where it was like, my favorite records, stuff, buys from last year. And I did cards, comics, and records all in one. Well, this year I'm splitting it up. I've done one with my favorite. I think I've done one with my favorite comics. I haven't bought a whole lot of cards. I don't think. I bought some cards, but mostly my Griffey collection is pretty much all I've been adamantly working on. I haven't bought like packs of cards and ripped them, but I did buy records, and I got a nice little stack of 10 of some of my favorite finds from last year, buys from last year. This is stuff from Walmart, record stores, flea markets. Actually, flea markets more this year, but stuff like that. Couple purchases off of Discog and stuff like that. So I've just been buying records, and this is what my top 10 has been. Out of the ones that I bought last year that I can recall. It's not like I've logged them all like that, but these are the ones I know I got last year that I really, really enjoyed. So let's get down to it. I see Matt is here. How are you doing, Matt? Hope you're enjoying yourself. So let's get down to number one. This is a purchase I got from Walmart. It's like $14 or something like this. It's like $15 or something like that. So I couldn't leave it behind. This is Garth Brooks, No Fences, from the original Analog. It sounds great. The list of hits that is on this record. They had a few of his records, but as soon as I seen the back of this one, I was like, gotta get it. 90s country, Garth was the man. Everything he put out had hit after hit after hit, whether it was something he wrote or something that a friend of his wrote or he bought or came across and he recorded it. Garth was firing on all cylinders. I know they have the box sets at like Walmart and Dollar General and stuff like that for like $45, all on vinyl. I need to get that. But just because I ran across this last year, I had to get, Thunder Rolls, Two of a Kind working on Full House, Friends in Low Places, Wild Horses, Unanswered Prayers. Literally a little bit over half this record are hit singles. And that is ridiculous. Like, could you imagine somebody now putting out a record or putting out an album or whatever you want to call it, and it just doesn't have one hit. It just doesn't have two hits, but it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits out of 10 songs. So literally half of it. And then the rest of the songs aren't slouches either. Wolves, that's a good one. New Way to Fly, that's a good one. Victim of the Game, that's a good one. People don't do this a whole lot. And when people do this a lot, they become people like Michael Jackson or Garth Brooks or legendary artists like that. Stones. I guess you could say Beatles. They did put out a lot of hit albums. But yeah, got this last year, $15, brand new, sounds great. Couldn't pass it up. Great stuff. Another one from Walmart that I got. Literally bought it on a whim. Eliminator, ZZ Top. Love ZZ Top. Best three-man band from Texas, but one of the best blues bands I've encountered in my entire life. Absolutely love ZZ Top. Seen this at Walmart. It was uber cheap. What's up, Callie? How you doing? Glenn. Lucretius. Everybody diving in now. Ooh, everybody showing up quick. So, yeah, I seen this at Walmart. I had to grab it. Give Me All Your Lovin', Got Me Under Pressure, Sharp Dressed Man, Legs. Oh my God. Literally like half the record is hits. Stuff like this, like I said, doesn't happen a whole lot. Love ZZ Top, love their sound. For three people, they had a really, really big sound, especially since Billy played like sevens. Like his lowest string on his guitar was a 70, a really light touch, and it had that big round sound. So I mean, they say it's all in the hands, it's on the fingers, maybe, but I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I had to grab this. I mean, it's just a classic that you need in your collection. Let's see. Oh, nice. Afterburners. I was supposed to see them at Carolina Rebellion, and Dusty fell like I want to say like a week before the show. He fell at another festival and injured his shoulder, and they had to cancel. And then they never got to come. They never came back around, so I never got to see them. So little things like that, and then Dusty passed. So I think they're pretty much. I think they are doing stuff here and there, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean they've got so many hits. So many, yeah. Like Glenn's in the UK and he's got all ZZ Top stuff. I know there's a big following for ZZ Top in the UK actually because when the band took a break back in the late 70s? Yeah, I think it was late 70s. Billy moved to England and poked around Europe, and he was big in the whole UK punk scene. He was like going to shows and pogo and like all that stuff in England. So I know that Glenn's probably vouched. There's a big following for ZZ Top over in the UK. They've always had a good relationship with the UK. Got this at a record store, or not a record store, at a pawn shop. And the cover was like half coming apart and stuff like that. So I took it out, put it in a sleeve, paper sleeve, and one of these handy dandy cases. Van Halen's first album. I got this for like $2. It plays. I cleaned it. It plays. It sounds good. It's pops and clicks and stuff like that. It's old, but yeah, I cleaned it up, and it's Van Halen. Rest in peace, Eddie. I mean, God changed the way people played guitar. Him and Randy, like, I mean, at the same time, completely different styles of playing, two completely different outlooks on the way music should go. And I mean, what can you say? I mean, what's up, John? How are you doing? So yeah, I couldn't pass this up for a couple bucks, even though the cover was bad. I looked at it and I was like, you know what? I'll run it through the player. I'm out a couple bucks, or the record cleaner. I'm out a couple bucks at most. Yeah, and it plays, and I'm not disappointed that I got this. It's the original press out. So I mean, you don't get no better than that. Van Halen, first album. It's the one that started it all. One that got him kicked off tour. Got kicked off for what tour? Was it Black Sabbath? I think they got kicked off opening up for Black Sabbath. Yeah. So, like, yeah, when Black Sabbath kicks you off their tour, I think they also got kicked off of Aerosmith's tour as well, I think. Or they had a thing. Yeah, I think they got kicked off 2 tours on their first album because the crowd was digging what they were doing better than the headliners, which is shocking because, I mean, I wouldn't say I like Van Halen more than Black Sabbath. It's because Black Sabbath's probably my favorite band of all time. But yeah, what's up, Tony? How are you doing? Changed around my room. I turned it around. Moved some stuff around and did some rearranging of the room, Glenn. And I think it looks a lot better. It's a lot cooler. You get to see some of the keys that way. I get to show some stuff off. See if you can recognize any of these key books up here. So yeah. Next, last year for New Year's, I started off with I started off the year hanging out with South Paul Brad down in Columbia, and seeing this at a record store and couldn't pass it up. This is Unita, Coping with the Urban Coyote. This is a stoner rock band. The singer is the singer from Kyuss. I'm not a huge Kyuss fan. I like Queens of the Stone Age, and I like this band. Kyuss to me just it is. I mean, they're good, but it's not incredible. This is incredible. I love this album. I was shocked I even seen this on vinyl. It's double vinyl. One is the original studio album, and one is the live recording. One has a warble to it. I'm thinking it's the live one, which is good. because I like the original. Yeah, I think the original is the one that is the one that's flat and it plays good. At the time I didn't have AC in my car and it was hot. So yeah, but I had to get this. It's an incredible stoner rock band. I can't even remember. I found this a few years ago or something like that, poking around on YouTube, and good. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you like it. And I couldn't pass up getting this. I mean, I think there was even a Manowar record there, and I passed Manowar over this. Or I passed this over Manowar. I kind of wish I wouldn't have, but this is a great record. So, I mean, I really can't even say that. Yeah, this is a huge pickup for me. I was just shocked. I seen it on vinyl and near me. Got this at Walmart right after Christmas. Used Christmas present money. Pick this up. This is the classic. STP, baby. Core. Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge STP fan. Huge Scott Weiland fan. Saw him a few weeks, I think, before he passed away. And, I mean, a Dead Bloated Sex type thing. Wicked Garden. Creeps on here. Plush is on here. Where the River Goes. Cracker Man. I mean, Wet My Bed. Like a lot of these, like, oh my God. I love when I find albums where it's like just buku hits. Just, anybody from New Orleans. Yep, wrong stream, Matt. No Kang out this time. But yeah, I couldn't pass up on this at Walmart for, I think it was like $20. And I don't even think it's like a red vinyl or anything like that. I think it might be a colored vinyl. But that really doesn't even matter. Oh yeah, it's what is this? It's like tangerine. Splatter vinyl. And it was like $20 at Walmart. Incredible album. I couldn't pass up on it. There's just no way. No way I could pass this up. So use my Christmas money, grab this. Always good to have stuff like this. I mean, I grew up in the 90s. So anything that came out in the 90s, it was all on the radio. It was all there. Ooh. They're a little too hard. The next two are from the same pawn shop that I went to. Bob Seger, besides the fact that we strikingly, for a while, had the same facial hair and stuff going on. Not so much anymore. I got the whole beard thing. Well, he had a beard, didn't he? So, yeah, Night Moves, Bob Seger, Silver Bullet Band. I got a couple Seger records at this pawn shop. But, I mean, Rock and Roll Never Forgets, Night Moves, Fire Down Below, Main Street. I mean, just bangers. Just bangers. And, I mean, look at the love this record got. I'm glad I saved it. Ran it through the cleaner. Plays really well. Somebody wrote on it. There's writing in the moon. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those gentlemen right there. I had it on CD. I do not have it on vinyl. But that is an incredible. That's probably my favorite MTV Unplugged is the Alice in Chains one. It's really good. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, Nirvana or, Pearl Jam did one too, but Alice in Chains blew it out the water. Yeah. What's up, Durs? How are you doing? So, yeah, really couldn't pass this up for a couple bucks at a pawn shop. I mean, Against the Wind was also there, too. Night Moves is just one of my favorite songs. This I got at the same pawn shop. It's a double record. It's a live record, but it's really, it sounds really, really good. I remember my mom having this when I was a kid. I listened to this on vinyl when I was a kid, like 7, 8 years old, and I played this. This is something that I picked out, pulled it out, put it on the record player. It was an automatic record player, and got my grandpa to put it on for me and start everything up. Aerosmith live bootleg. So yeah, for a couple bucks, I mean, it plays really well. This wasn't even that bad. This wasn't even dirty at all, really. good copy. I mean, it's got love on it, but yeah, live bootleg. I mean, so it's live. So, I mean, I've heard Stat Quo, the rap group from Atlanta, but I've not heard Status Quo. I have not. What's up, Bookworm? How are you doing? Oh yeah, this is right up your alley, sir. So yeah, I mean, look at the hits on this. Look at this. Back in the Saddle, Sweet Emotion. You know, what does that say? Lord of the Flies. Oh yeah, Toys in the Attic. I mean, Last Child. I mean, this is just hits everywhere. I mean, oh God, Mama Ken. That is a very underrated song. You know, people throw out Aerosmith. Yeah, I love Mama Ken. Mama Ken's probably one of my favorite songs they did. Your boy the Stone was really good too. Dream On, all that good stuff. Couldn't pass this up for a couple bucks. And that's so much nostalgia. You know what? We're gonna swap these around. So I went and seen this band live. Inside of the stuff that's going on the album, there are signatures. I went to see this band live, got them to sign it back when I was a young teen, a young mullet. This was the kind of stuff that was prevalent as far as like metal and stuff like that. So what we got going on here? How's this open? Aha, ha, 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 ha. There we go. I had it backwards. So yeah, I went to see these guys live. I think this was like $10 at the merch booth. So I picked it up, got them all to sign it. This is Zayo. This is actually a Christian band, but you would not know it listening to it, and they ruled. They absolutely slapped. Zayo, even though they were a Christian band, you know, you couldn't throw them in with like, you know, oh, they're a Christian band. These guys were absolutely insane live. They're incredible songwriters. I mean, this is a $10 EP. I was like $10 for a record, live at a show, so it's putting money in their pocket while they're on tour. Got them all to sign it for me. Except I think one guy. Yeah, I think the drummer I missed, or he's somewhere in there and I can't see it. But yeah, absolutely incredible show. Some friends of mine opened up for it. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. And it was a great bit of nostalgia. Bands like this and bands like Shadows Fall and Lamb of God, yeah, who are huge now. Everybody knows who Lamb of God is, but back then they were new. You know, Shadows Fall, Lamb of God, Sugar, Zayo, you know, all these kind of bands were coming out. You know, there's Deftones, and well, Soulfly was Max Cavalera. He'd been in the thing, but that band was new. Deftones is new, and you know, all this other stuff was new. I mean, it was late 90s, you know, goodness. So yeah, love that. Got that little live memory, getting to see them play and everything like that. No, not at all. Didn't even really. I mean, didn't really like them when they first came out either. I mean, they was just kind of yeah. I mean, it was just Burn the Priest. Nice. He knows that. That was originally Lamb of God's name, and I can't remember why they changed it. I know they said why they changed it. I think it had to be, well, if you do one tonight, I'm off and I'm up. So I actually slept in today. So what's up, Mach? How are you doing? Lady Fantastic. Trev. Look, everybody's rolling on in. I got 2 more records left. Happy birthday, CJ. Oh my God, it's never going to end. So yeah, Zayo. Also at the pawn shop, another $2 fine. Judas Priest. I did not pay $10 for this. Judas Priest, Sin After Sin. Sinner's on here. Starbreaker's on here. Diamonds and Rust is on here. Dissident and Aggressors here. I mean, Let Us Pray. Call for the Priest. Raw Deal. But when I seen Diamonds and Rust was on here, I was like, come home. Less than $2. Less than $2. Judas Priest. Their cover of who was it? Joan Baez. Plus, Distant Aggressors on here, Starbreakers on here. I mean, Center is a great song. Couldn't pass this up less than $2. Original press out, Priest. Couldn't leave it. Had to pick this up. It's just so good. Even the album cover. This is not one of their crazy album covers. You know, everybody's like screaming for vengeance, and you know, I'm a big fan of. I like Turbo Lover. I thought Turbo Lover was good. And then you know, Defenders. You know, all that stuff. Great, but I mean, this one's pretty friggin' cool too. I don't know what the deal with the chick down here in the cover is. I don't know, chicken heels or silhouette of a chicken heels, not even chicken heels, but yeah, couldn't leave that behind for like $2. And last, definitely not least, I actually picked this up. I need to get on these because this is probably my second favorite band. I don't know, it jumps. It depends on my mood, but this is a really big band for me. Manowar, Battle Hymns, first Manowar record. Picked this up off of Discog, I believe I got this on Discog. Yeah, Discog, I think so. Yeah, absolutely insane band, insane album. Ross the Boss. If you guys know, was it Steel Cartel Comics? He's the singer for Ross's new band. Joey DeMaio, Donnie Hamzik, who is no longer in the band doing drums, and probably one of my, definitely up there, my favorite vocalist of all time, Eric Adams. A lot of people don't mention Eric Adams. Eric Adams has incredible range, incredible power. He can sound terrifying. He can wail so loud he peels paint off the wall. Eric Adams is awesome and doesn't get near as much love as I think he should. What's up, God Tank? How are you doing? Yeah, Manowar. I mean, that album cover, Battle Hymns, the name, and then Gatefold with the veiny arm holding the sword. I mean, this is just so Conan. It's Conan ridiculous. All their album covers are either insane. I mean, look at that. The eagle has abs. Okay, look at. I mean, you know, this whole band's that way where you gotta be, you know, ripped to be in this band. But yeah, it's very Conanish, very artworkish. I can't remember who did this. And this is a colored vinyl. I think this is like white vinyl. Yeah, I believe this was like white or something like that. Yeah, this is a reissue from 2010. I could have got an original press out. They weren't that expensive, but I wanted something that sounded really good, and this was a little bit cheaper. So I picked it up. It's in pretty good shape. It's got some dents and dings. Got some love, but it sounds incredible. So yeah, Manowar. That was a big pickup. I need to get on my Manowar game. Really, really do. I know I'm like one of like 10 American Manowar fans, but actually that's not true. They did a show. They don't usually play over here. They did a show in Boston a few years ago. They had 2 nights, I think, in Boston, and both nights sold out completely, very quickly. So there's Manowar fans out there, but I just love it. It's simple. It's nothing incredible. I mean, their later stuff is a lot more technical. This stuff is just lots of power, just power chords, just riffing, just nasty riffs. It's nothing overcomplicated, but it slaps so hard. Yeah, and that's it. That's my top 10 vinyl pickups from last year. This year I plan on having a pretty good one. I've been buying vinyl pretty heavily. Here we go. This year already. Oh, you guys are way off. Ace of Base. Ace of Base was horrible. Celine Dion, no. Just J-Lo, no. Her best asset is, well, you can finish that. And that's a problem. Nice with Ty Lock accent. Yep, those veiny limbs. Oh, lady. What's up, Big E? How are you doing? So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I've got for this one. We're at under 30. I don't know what to do with a live stream that short. Giggity. No Patti LaBelle, unfortunately. Actually, I'm gonna start digging. I've been digging hard on some metal at the flea market, but I haven't even like hardly looked in anything else. So next time I go to the flea market, it's gonna be in a couple weeks when I get paid, and every time I'm working, it's gonna be a big check. So I'm gonna start digging for some other stuff. I'm gonna dig through their stuff, lady, and see what they've got besides. They have a decent metal selection. Every time I go up there, I see something that I want, or something that interests me. So I am gonna start looking at their other stuff and see what they've got. I looked at their punk last time, and it really wasn't a whole lot of punk. It was more like alt from like the 80s, which is good, some of it. Thank you very much, Matt. I mean, Dave Grohl once said, if most of your songs are about your butt, that's probably a sign. No Kenny G. Nope. So yeah, I'm gonna start like looking through their other stuff and see what they've got, because I mean, I like classic rock. I like funk. I like soul. I like R&B. I love rap. So I'm gonna dig through their stuff and see what they've got. See what I can pick up. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Wonder why, Nauman. Wonder why. We'll see everyone later. Y'all have a good one. Remy's Place is probably going on right now. I'll probably be headed that way myself, or it will be in a little bit. So hopefully I'll see y'all there. Y'all have a good one. Next week, Hang Out with Your Hang Out will return as regularly scheduled. Tomorrow night, I will be on Dope Comics channel. We're hanging out. We're talking music, talking comics, talking guitars. Yeah, we have a lot of similar interests. So this is going to be an interesting live stream. We're just going to hang, see what goes on, see what happens. I think he said he's wanting to run like an hour. That's going to go by like that with me and him. So yeah, check out Dope Comics. I will see everyone hopefully in the chat tomorrow night. Peace. See y'all later. Buy music that you like. Buy comics that you like. Buy statues and pops and books and anything else that you like, but don't overdo it. Have a good one. See y'all later. I'm out.